In Russia, the production of certain types of weapons is growing, said Federation Minister of Industry and Trade Denis Manturov, Interfax writes. Also, according to US intelligence, Russia is building a plant for the production of drones. Russia spent almost $114.5 billion a year on the war against Ukraine, writes Forbes Ukraine. The Kremlin is transferring the Russian economy to military slots.
The only problem is that a 2 or even 12-fold increase in production is observed at enterprises that work not to increase prosperity, not to meet the needs and effective demand of households, but to kill and destroy. The production of means of destruction employs tens of thousands of workers who are sorely lacking in the production of everything else, less bloodthirsty. From the publication of Radio Liberty.
The Kremlin spends huge amount of coal, steel, water and electricity on the militarization of Russia. Experts know that the resources devoted to the construction of lowered defense lines would be enough to improve several depressed areas in central Russia. The Kremlin, having lost hope of attracting ideological volunteers to the war, is luring Russians into the trenches, offering warriors bonuses. Spending on military personnel has grown, but not in favor of improving their provision. First of all, it's about payments.
On the one hand, there are monthly payments, on the other hand, payments in case of injury and in case of death. What is paid absolutely exactly is always 5 million presidential money, plus to it standard 3 million. Insurance comes separately, but there are more formalities. Plus, there are also regional allowances depending on the well-being of the regional budget, from 1 million to 3. Vladislav Inozemtsev, sociologist, in a commentary to Novaya Gazeta.
Economist Vladislav Inozemtsev has calculated that one Russian serviceman costs taxpayers 15 million rubles. In addition, significant funds from the budget are provided for the payment of all kinds of pensions and benefits to relatives and children of the deceased military. It is supposed that this should continue for many years, as long as the widow lives, until the children have grown to the age of 21. Military mortgages are another big expense. And yet, from the unaccounted for, only the maintenance of PMC Wagner for the year cost the Russian budget almost 200 billion rubles.
Russia has virtually eliminated all sources of potential growth. The sanctions have led to a difficult situation with oil and gas revenues. They have already fallen by 45% compared to last year and will remain at this level. Vladislav Inozemtsev, sociologist, in a commentary to Novaya Gazeta.
The country's over-militarization has meant that Russia can finance the war with domestic debt. But that's not good news for Russians, experts say.
Here you can describe the phrase of our director Bykov in the film "Everything is normal, we are falling." This is the state of the Russian economy. What we are seeing now, the central bank says that it will raise the discount rate. There are problems, they are growing, and inflation is slowly eating up what is in Russia in order to somehow stop it. Central Bank of Russia takes this step, it is quite unpopular. It increases the cost of taking loans. You cannot take loans, you cannot have development, because this is a component of development.
Experts believe that due to the militarization of the country, millions of Russians will greatly lose their salaries. The general forecast is that the population should prepare for the fact that the average cash income will decline by 2-3% per year for 3 years. Reported by Roman Smoler, Angelika Brushnevska, UA TV News.